Hi everyone, welcome to the poster making tutorial on Photoshop. Today we will explore a fun way of creating a poster, which is creating by imitating. Let's start. Let's open up our Photoshop, press on new file. You can write down the paper size you want. Keep the resolution 300. We will work with RGB colors. For now, I'll just choose A3 paper and press on create. First of all, when you open up your Photoshop file, your toolbar is in here, but I prefer to use it in here. I also prefer to use Navigator, History and Layers on the right side of my toolbar. You can add anything you want to work with in here by pressing Window. You can choose the toolbar. Let's choose Adjustments, and you can place it wherever you want, like this, or you can just close it. To zoom in and zoom out, I use Scroll. To activate that, go to Edit, Preferences, General, and click on Toolbar and click the Zoom with Scroll wheel. Okay, today I have a sample poster that I like. Let me open it up. The poster belongs to Noah Studio. Since today's method is creating by imitating, we will try to recreate this poster together. While creating this poster, we will learn the basics of Photoshop and the methods that are most commonly used. Okay, to put something inside of the Photoshop, we drag and drop in it. So I'm dragging and dropping this poster as a guide. So we are gonna create this poster together. To place something, we press Enter. As you can see, it created a new layer automatically. I would like to make this poster less visible so that I can work on it. In order to do that, I need to reduce the opacity. So we do it in here. Okay, I have all of the components in here. Let's start with this rendering. I'll just basically drag and drop in here. It doesn't have to be perfectly precise. I press Enter. I don't have to drag everything one by one. I just click on the ones that I want to put in my poster and drop in here. So this is the first one. I press Enter. Then the second one comes. Enter. And the third one. And we have another one. Let's take that one as well. Drag and drop. Enter. We have some sketches around. Let's take them too. Okay, I press Enter. So we need to do something about the background. In order to delete the background, first of all, we go to the layers, find the layer including these sketches, right click and say rasterize layer. As a beginner, try to rasterize everything you put on your posters. We've been using Move tool till this stage. So now we will be using selection tools. We have different selection tools like rectangular, lasso, magic wand. I'll be using the magic wand. Let's click on that, or you can press W on your keyboard as well. And then I choose the white area because magic wand works with the color. So it recognizes the same or similar colors. So I've chosen the area that I want to erase, but I still have whiteness inside of these sketches. I can click on them by pressing Shift, or I press on right click and click on Similar. Now all of the white area have been chosen and I press delete. In order to deselect something, we press on Ctrl D. Okay, I go to the move tool again. Now we don't have a background. We need to dissect each sketches now. In order to do that, now I'll use rectangular selection. So I choose this one and press on right click and say layer via cut. Now the sketch is in another layer. Let's see. And this is the rest of it. Let's move this its place. It's in here. Enter. For the second one, I'll be using another selection tool, which is lasso tool. So I'll choose it like this. If I make mistake, to take it back, Ctrl Z doesn't work. So I press on backspace and then choose it again. I can click on it or I can press enter and right click, layer via cut. I go to the move tool and I place it where it belongs. Enter. Now I have this and the writings on the top. I'll choose the writings and I say layer via cut. I'll put that aside. I'll place this as well. Practical way to choose a layer is to click on them and find the name. When I right click on it, I see all of the layers on top of each other and I find the one that I want. Now I'll try another method. To place these writings in different places, I'm not going to create a new layer. I'll just create a selection and press move and move it to the place that I want to put. Transform it and place it. I choose, go to the move tool, Ctrl T for transformation, enter, V for move, Ctrl T, enter. So now they are in the same layer but different places. Okay, let's create this text now. In order to create text, I can click on T or I can press on T on my keyboard. Click. So the title is Cabana Observatory. I go to the move tool. I can transform it by pressing Ctrl T. Or another method is I go to the text again and click on this title, Ctrl A to select all of it, and I can change the size from here, Ctrl Z, or I can change the font from here and I can click on the one that I like. Okay, let me take it back. In order to create text bodies, we click on the text and click and drag. Let's reduce the size and let me copy this writing several times. Okay, this is our writing now. To justify the text, I choose the text. I can click on these tools or we have more options in here. I click on it, I find the paragraph. Now I can justify it all. Close this. I can click on it or I can click on close tab group. Okay, another very important thing. We can create some shapes, embed images inside of it. We can use pen tool for that. I choose shape, I have a fill, no stroke, click and drag. Click and drag a bit. Click and drag. To take it back, Ctrl Z. Okay, it's pretty much like that. I rasterize this shape. Now, to embed an image inside of it, I drag and drop an image. The layers needs to be on top of each other, and place my mouse in between these two layers. I keep pressing Alt till I see this square with arrow, and then I click. Now, in this way, I embed this image inside of this shape. So the background is green. I need to change it. I double click on my layer. Now we have some layer styles in here. I press on color overlay and choose white. Okay. Now I need to rasterize it in order to see my image. Rasterize it. In order to make change on my image, I also rasterize that as well. Now, since the transition is very sharp, I want to soften it with eraser. I click on the eraser. Now, as you can see, I have a round brush in here. To change its size, I can change it from the slider and the hardness as well. But to make it more practical, I use this method, which is I'm pressing Alt and I keep pressing it and right click at the same time. Now I see the hardness on my brush and the diameter as well. To change the size of my brush tip, I go to left and right. To change the opacity, I go up and down. If I go down, my brush is too sharp. If I go up, it's more softer brush tip. So, after I satisfy with the result, I start pressing. So, it's like this. We can also create some sort of border by clicking the shape again and press on stroke. So now it gives a little bit border on it. Okay. If you have hard time with using pen tool, you can create it with lasso tool as well. It's a bit more hard, but it's not impossible. After you select the area, you create a new layer from here. And then you can use bucket tool, paint bucket tool, to paint the area. I choose my color, let's choose white, and put it in here. Sorry, let me put my layer in here. Again, you can drag and drop the image and go in between these layers. Keep pressing Alt and click. I can do the transformation, move it, and I can do my transition. I need to rasterize it first and then I can apply this. Okay, let's open and close our reference. So we have some other objects as well. Let's put them quickly as well. We have this texture. So it has a background. To delete it, I'm using magic wand, select similar, As you can see, it chooses more areas. To take them out of my selection, I can keep pressing Alt and click, or I can use my lasso tool and keep pressing Alt and choose the area, or I can reduce my tolerance to 5 and say select similar, rasterize and delete, Control D for deselection. Can put it in here. Let's move our guide on top. Let's change the opacity and make it bolder. So our poster is like this. So mine is like this. We need to put the background image as well. So let's drag and drop it. So as you can see, it's on the front. I need to drag it to the bottom. Just click and drag. So we have black and white trees at the back. Let's put them as well. I have this tree. Let's clear the background. Select similar. Delete. Okay, rasterize and delete. T for transformation. Enter. Let's clear this part. And to make it black and white, we go to Image, Adjustments, and choose black and white. We do all the adjustments from here, like we can change the color balance, exposure, black and white, vibrance. So we'll dive into them later on. I choose black and white. Now I need to adjust the tone of black and white. I'll make it more whiter. Okay, I'll give a little bit opacity. We have another one in here. Let's check it. It's not the same, but it's similar. Let's add these people too. We have these people. And lastly, we have these dashed lines. In order to create that, I go to the pen tool and choose no fill, a stroke, and dash line type. Let's make it a bit bigger from here. Like 4. Let's try 4. Click. Control Z. Click and drag. Click and drag. Click and drag. Yes. Okay. Let's check it. They are quite similar in size as well. I rasterize it. Let's turn off our guide and change the color. Go to color overlay. Can change the color from here. Let's make it grayish. Okay. I think we also have some arrows. You can add them with pen tool again, like this. It remembers the same style you applied last time. Rasterize. I can copy this layer style. Right click, copy layer style, and go to the one that I want to paste and paste layer style. Okay, this is our poster. This is the original. It's quite similar. We have tone difference in here. Ours is in more cool tones, but this one is more warm. We can change it, rasterize it, and go to the image, adjustments, color balance, and make it more yellowish and reddish. Okay. Okay, now our poster is quite similar. Okay, lastly, let's see how to import a drawing from AutoCAD to Photoshop. We go to AutoCAD. We can basically plot it. We choose DWG to PDF. We choose the paper size. Let's choose A3. Center the plot. Let's give it a scale, let's say 1 to 200. Since AutoCAD works with millimetric units, I need to convert it. My drawing was centimetric, so I write 10, so the unit 200. I go to Window and choose my plan and apply the layout and OK. I can drag and drop this plan and choose trim box. As you can see, I have problem with line weights. I can click on it and give it a stroke a bit. This I can incrementate it, but I can't manipulate each layer in this way. In order to do that, we import each layer separately. Let me show you how to do that. First, I create a rectangle. And then copy it. And then I dissect my plan layer by layer. I can use layer isolation by writing LAISO or clicking on this isolate, but I sometimes do it like this. I choose the object and say select similar, and then choose my trees. I press M for move. I press on the corner that I want to pick my objects and then paste by using the same corner. Click, right click, select similar, M, okay, for the hatches, I do this. I choose the hatch and make it solid and then import it like this. For the hatches like this, I'll keep it as it is to save this pattern. I also create another copy and make it solid. Okay, now I can plot each layer one by one. Okay, before I do the plotting, I choose everything and make the line weight 0 because I will create the line thicknesses in Photoshop. Control P for plotting, window, choose the area. I choose the previous plot. Okay. I'll do some adjustments on the tree. Double click on the block and delete the solids. And I'll just leave it like this. Okay, now I need to drag and drop it into Photoshop. Let's drag and drop, but do not drop it in here. Drop it somewhere in this ribbon. Okay, choose the trim box. Okay, now we don't see the drawing, don't worry. Just create another layer and paint it with white as a background. You don't have to go to paint bucket all the time. You can use Control Backspace or Alt Backspace to shift between these two colors. Let's use paint bucket this time. Okay, now I don't see my drawing. Double click and go to stroke. Now I see it. I can change the color as well. I can arrange the thickness. Let's say 1. Let's drag and drop all of them. Okay, important thing, sometimes we get errors when we drag and drop. In order not to get any errors, I just zoom out and see the whole paper, and then I drag and drop my layers. I choose all of them, drag and drop. I choose trim box each time. Okay, enter, trim box. Okay. Okay, important thing, you need to arrange the layers. As you can see, these pergolas under the grasses, so I need to move them up. The trees should be on the top. First, I'll just rasterize all of them. I choose one at the bottom and keep pressing shift and choose the one on the top and rasterize all of them. As you can see, we see some flows on it. To prevent that flows, I move my mouse on this image and press Ctrl and click. Now it chooses the areas inside of this layer, and I use my paint bucket to fill these flows. Okay, I click many times, Ctrl D. Now I double click on it to change the color. Okay, I give some inner glow to give some texture. I move my slider all the way up. I can reduce the noise a bit and change the opacity a bit. I also give some inner shadow as well. Okay, let's go to tree 2. I didn't bring it with color from the AutoCAD, so now I can color them. I'm pressing shift to do multiple selections. I create another layer and put color on it. Then double click, color overlay. And then I can create drop shadows. I can change the size and distance of this shadow. I can change the color of this shadow as well. Maybe we can make it dark green or something. I can create a stroke. Now I can close this guide, or I can decrease the opacity maybe. And I can give opacity to these trees as well. Now for these trees, let's see the difference. If I double click and color overlay, I lose the lines. That's why I don't bring it with colors. We can give drop shadow. And to change the color, I can go to image, adjustments. Let's change the saturation maybe. I think it's better. Maybe we can change the lightness. Maybe we can give some opacity as well a bit. Let's go to the pergolas and create drop shadows. Again, we can go to image, adjustments, color balance to make it more reddish and or brownish. Okay, pergolas. Let's go to this path solid. Let me fix the flows. Okay. For the roads, I sometimes give inner shadows a bit. Okay, go to path pattern, color overlay. Let's make it more yellowish. Okay. You can create shadows for each stage, like I can choose this area, create another layer. Okay, and I can press on drop shadow. Let's decrease it. So now I can copy it with Alt and move my layer in here to create this effect. Okay, I can merge all of these stairs now. From here, right click, merge layers. Now I can create a copy, pressing Alt and click. Okay, and we have dodge and burn tools in here. To make it darker, we use burn. To make it lighter, we use dodge tools. Rasterize layer style, like this. Can change the exposure from here. To make it a bit more realistic, like around these pergolas. Or I can click on dodge tool and make some places lighter to make it more natural. Alright, and after I finish my coloring, I can crop my file to get rid of these rectangles. First of all, I deactivate my background, and we have crop tool in here. I can crop my plan. And press enter. Now I choose all of the layers. Ctrl G for grouping. Right click on it and choose duplicate group. And then in here, if I press OK, it just creates a duplicate of the group. But if I go duplicate layer and as a document, if I choose my poster page, which was untitled, and press OK, now it's in here. Okay, I can put it anywhere I want. The important thing in here is you should not transform it. If you use transformation, you destroy the scale, so it wouldn't be 1 to 200, which was our scale. Okay, I think we achieved our goal in here. We created a similar poster. I hope it was helpful for you. So, thanks for watching.